Hello friends, we are going to be making a tracing paper journal. So you're going to need tracing paper, some kind of clips. I'm going to be using scissors and a push pin to make the holes. You need a needle and thread and then your tracing paper. And then I'm going to use a little bit of glue stick too. So this is the tracing paper that I'm using. It is 9 by 12 and I'm not going to make a cover just because I'm going to be adding lots of stuff onto this tracing paper. So I'm not worried about it needing a cover, or I'll figure out a cover later on. But I'm going to start by taking the paper off of the pad and I am going to fold it in half. So just do as many sheets as you want. I'm going to do 5 sheets and I love working on tracing paper. It's so great. You can even like glue it down on surfaces too. But it's just so versatile. You can use it in so many cool ways. And I love like the layers, how it like shows layers and it's a little bit transparent or semi-opaque, which is really great. So I'm just going to take 5 sheets and then I'm going to show you another version too where you can introduce paper too to make it really interesting. But we're going to start just by folding the paper in half. I like to put my finger on the edge just to make sure that it's nice and straight. So you'll see here I'm going to make sure it's lined up on the edge, the open ends, and then I press it on the spine. And it's just going to make sure that your pages are nice and straight because you are making a book, so you do want them to be, a little bit straight is helpful. So we're going to do the same thing. We're going to fold it in half and give it a press. I'm doing 5 pages, but you could do as many pages as you want. You just might need like to have a cover, like of watercolor paper or something like that, just to make it a little bit more sturdy on the spine. So I'm just going to do that. This is the part that kind of takes the longest. And we're going to do a simple journal here, which are my favorites. I've taught a lot of people how to make these and, it works out great all the time. So we're going to fold it just like this. And we're going to do a little bit of sewing, but I promise it won't be that bad. So then you're going to stack up all your papers. You're going to open them up and you're going to stack them. I'm going to use my paper clips here. I just have these giant ones, so that's what we're going to use. And I'm going to stack up my papers inside of each other. So I'm opening up the open end or the folded open end and I'm stacking them together just like that. And then I'm going to just make sure that everything is lined up. And then I'm going to open them up and put my paper clips onto a couple sides. And that just makes sure that my papers are not going to move around. Now we're going to make holes. Now if you want, you can measure. I just eyeball this. You could also add like a little bit of masking tape in the center of your pages if you really want to reinforce your journal. You could even do it to the other side too. But I'm just going to pick a spot at the top. It's about 2 fingers down and I'm going to poke a hole with a push pin. You can also use like a pokey tool if you happen to be a journaler or a bookmaker, and that works out great too. But a push pin, everyone could probably find one of these at their house, but I've used all sorts of things. So just find something that basically makes a hole and you'll be fine. You can even use, if you have a thicker, what do you call that? Needle, you can poke your holes with that too. And you just need 3 holes. So 1 in the center, 1 on top, and 1 on bottom. And then I like to add a little bit of glue stick to my thread, and I'm just using regular thread here. I normally use wax linen thread. That's like my preferred, but I wanted this to be accessible to everyone. And this is just like cheap needles from like a sewing kit. So I just am going to do a double layer of thread, and then I'm going to tie a double knot at the end. So it's not just 1 strand, it's 2. So I fold it over the thread just because I want it to be a little bit more sturdy. And I'm going to make a double knot at the end. And you want to measure about 3 lengths of your journal. So that way you have enough thread. I eyeball it because I've made a ton of journals, but you should actually see, so it's it'll be, let's see, 9. So that'll be 18. And then you could probably do like 24 inches would be fine, I think. And then we're going to go right in the center. So you're going to go inside where the holes are, and then you're going to go out to where your spine is. You're going to pull everything nice and tight, but not too tight, but just bring it through. And then we're going to go into that top hole. And I'm doing this so the threads are on the inside. You could reverse it and do the other way too. But I'm going through that top hole, and I'm going to skip over the middle hole, and then I'm going to go in the bottom hole. And you can mark it top to bottom if that makes it better for you. I'm using the clip, so I kind of know what's top and bottom. And then once it's on the outside, I'm going to go right into that center hole that we started with. Just like that. This is super fast. It might take a little bit of practice, but you're going to do it. And then I like to bring the initial thread that I started with on one side, and then the access thread on the other side, and then we're going to tie a knot. So you're going to cross it over and tie a knot. And that's just going to make sure that that knot stays in place, and then it's a knot on top of your sewing, which makes it really snug and makes it stay in place. And if you want, you can trim it a little bit, but I don't mind those threads hanging out. That's totally fine with me because I'll incorporate them into a page. But this is how it looks. It's really nice. And I'm just going to press it down a little bit. Just make sure your threads are nice and tight, and you have a beautiful semi-transparent journal with beautiful tracing paper. And I just love how this looks. Imagine all the layers and things that you can add on in here. It's going to be so great. It's such a great journal. And if you wanted to, you could of course add paper in, different kinds of papers. I'm just showing you like book pages, how it kind of looks as you go through. You can trim off the edges. You can do so many cool things with this kind of journal. And on the spine, you could add your masking tape, or you could just put a piece of paper if you want to reinforce it to make it really, really strong. But I'm going to show you another version too, and just glue that down. Totally fine. That work out too. So I'm going to grab like 3 or 4 pages of tracing paper, and then I'm going to grab some other papers that I have in my stash too. So I have like this vintage kind of list making or note taking paper that I got from the thrift store. So I'm going to be using some pages in that, and it has like this really cool like dark, almost dark black, but it's like a dark brown lines on it. It's really cool notebook paper or list making paper. It's vintage, so I don't quite know what it is, but that's the fun part. And then this is just drawing paper, so I'm going to incorporate that too. It's just like small drawing paper from a pad, so I'm going to incorporate that too. I thought it'd be really cool to have like these half pages that are kind of long too, that go in between the tracing paper. So just experiment with the papers that you love, and it's going to turn out great. You can incorporate whatever papers you want. You can cut them down a little bit or do what you want. I don't know if this is list paper. Maybe it's like ledger paper. I'm not sure, but it's really cool. I love the way that it looks with the lines and the columns. Yeah, maybe it's like bookkeeping paper or something like that. I don't know, but it's cool. And I found it and it was super old. So that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use a couple of sheets of that, and then my last bit of tracing paper. And we're just going to repeat the same exact steps. So you're going to fold it. And if you wanted to cover, you could use, you know, like a bigger piece of watercolor paper or packaging that you have. Brown packaging would be cool. But I wanted this to be a little bit transparent and kind of lay out your pages and stack them up. So that's what I'm doing here. So I'm doing tracing paper, and then I'm doing that paper that has the lines on it, and then I'm doing the small paper. And I think that'll be really cool, like in pages, so I can play with all of the things, all of those different sheets. But the transparency, oh my gosh, is so beautiful. It's so great that you can see the pages underneath. I can't wait to work in this journal. I'm super excited. So we're going to open it up to the middle, and we're going to put our paper clips in place. And you can use whatever kind of clips you want. You can use binder clips. You can use clothespins. I love using clothespins. I just couldn't find mine. We've been gardening, so, you know, they're missing in action. But I'm going to add my giant paper clips. But it was fun using these. It made me giggle the whole time. So that's fun. So I'm just going to add them to make sure that my papers don't move. That's like the most important thing. This one's a little bit thicker, so I'm going to have to make those holes really big. And for this one, I am going to add a bit of masking tape to the center. So this is like a thick white masking tape. And I'm going to do my best to keep it centered and just press it down. And I'm going to try it again because I did not align it very well. So we're going to try it one more time. Perfect. And the sheet in the front is a little bit smaller than tracing paper, so I'm going to have to trim that a little bit. But, you know, I have gotten less, concerned about the pages being perfect in my journals. I just like the junk journal, different size pages, rough look, handmade look of journals. When I started out, I wanted everything precise, but, do you? Right? You can cut things down and make it look pristine and perfect if that is your thing, and that is totally fine. Now I'm going to use my push pin and just make 3 holes. So I'm going to do one in the center and then like a couple inches from the top and the bottom. So really, really simple. If you want to measure, go for it. You can do it. But I like just eyeballing it. And I mean, these holes are going to get covered so they do not have to be perfect at all. And make sure you give it a wiggle because you want that hole nice and big. Ready? And then I'm just going to thread my needle. So I'm going to take a little bit of my glue stick just to make it a little bit stiffer. And I'm going to thread my needle and we're going to do double thread, which I did, and then I'm going to tie a double knot at the bottom. And you could probably get away with a single knot, but I like to make sure because I add lots of stuff in my journal, so it's important that they're going to stick together. And wax linen thread is my favorite to use. It just really works. So we're going to go through the middle like we did for the other journal and out the spine. And then we're going to go up top, that top hole. We're going to pull it through, and then we are going to go through the bottom ones. We're going to skip the middle, go through the bottom. And if you want to add beads or something, then do this reverse. So start out in the middle hole with the spine. And then we're going to go right through the center. And I want 1 thread on each side. So the tail and then the axis that's left, and I'm going to tie it up. And it is that simple, friends. And we have another beautiful journal. And this one, I think, is going to be my favorite because it has all this mix of beautiful paper, and you're going to be able to see the pages through. I think it's going to be really, really interesting, but it's going to be fun to play with these. I just love it. I have incorporated tracing paper into some of my other journals that I made, and I loved it. So I'm super happy to be able to revisit it again. So this is how it looks. Just like that. Super awesome. And it's sturdy. And look at how beautiful the pages are and everything. And it's going to be so fun to play with. It really, really is. There's so many fun things that you can do. Give me some ideas of how you would fill up these pages. I would love to hear. And then I'm going to trim off some of that masking tape. But really, I could have just made a pocket or something. There's so many cool things that you can do. So I'm just going to push that over to the next page. Very nice. And just enjoy your beautiful work because you did awesome. And I'm sure yours is going to be amazing. Let me know if you have any questions. Let me know what you want to see in more of these long form tutorials. And I will see you later. Happy journal making, friends. Bye-bye.